lot right now. I'm grateful for my health, because I had a lot of people be in the right place at the right time that did good things for me. And so that's one thing I'm grateful for, and my family. Sometimes when you scare your people who love you, and they come in and they get around you, and so we have a new I think a lot of my immediate family, my kids, my brother's parents, my wife, we all have a different appreciation for everything right now. Well, I think we all have to believe in something, and whatever your belief system is, whatever religion you practice, there has to be some type of higher being that we are grateful for. And I think part of gratitude has to do with living in that moment and being able to think that there are reasons that we're all put on this earth to do things, and from a higher calling. And whether it's your belief in God, or whatever the belief system that you have, I think part of gratitude has to go into the higher calling, your belief system. I think I talk a lot about the whole idea of service in your community, and I think we all need to understand that we need to give back, and that's the rent you pay for a room on this earth. And if you're grateful for your situation, you've got to give back to the bigger community, especially in this time that we live in right now. There's a lot of uncertainty, and there are a lot of people who are apprehensive about a lot of different things. And so part of that give back, part of that thing that you've got to be do some of the heavy lifting for people who can't do for themselves, and as a community we have to be in that mode right now. The things that that I believe that we need to do, or we're right on Main Street, and when I look up and down, I call it our corridor of help. And I'll start on South Murray Street with Anderson, the Anderson Interfaith Ministries, and I can come up to the soup kitchen where you need help. People, the soup kitchen is a group of leaders, and we keep losing them. They're older. We lost Mac Lester several years ago. When I look at that group, there aren't a whole lot of young people in that group, and they feed people every day, and they give them a meal on Saturday, and a meal that's non-perishable sandwich for Sunday. So that's very important. I'll go on up the street, and we've got the Haven of Rest, and right across the street from that we've got the Salvation Army. And both organizations, they do similar things, but they do different things. I like the Lot Project that is right there, coordinating with the Salvation Army and the Haven of Rest, and that's important. And the Meals on Wheels, they I get an opportunity once a year doing their mayors, the national mayors, Meals on Wheels, where we actually ride with volunteers that do their routes. I've ridden with some folks over the years, Winford Green at Anderson University, Scott Junkins. And Scott and his team, they share a route, at Harris Carpets. And so, those are people, they need drivers, they need people in the kitchen, they need volunteers. And they deliver to people who it's not only even the meals. It's sometimes, we have a lot of people, seniors, who live by themselves. And what I've noticed over the years is just the ministry, just the interaction between one human to another human. It might be their only interaction with someone during the course of a day. And so Meals on Wheels is an important organization too. And I guess my final stop up my quarter is Clean Start, and where, it's a organization that was formed by St. Mary's Church and that leadership, but then we have other people in it right now. But there are a lot of people who just need to take a shower and wash their clothes that are homeless. And so if you want to give back during this season, I would say you go right, a block off of Main Street, and it's right there. More than a decade, 12 years. That's like 72 doggy years. But it's been very rewarding for me in the fact that I get to continue something. Me and my brothers talk about this a lot. My dad came here in 1951. My mom grew up here. They met when she was in high school. They got married. They touched a lot of different people through education and sports during the course of their career. And we feel lucky to be part of that. I've got 3 younger brothers. Probably more noticeably, publicly, is my baby brother, who's the principal of Westside. But my other 2 brothers, we everybody gives back, and it was an example that through both of them in very humble ways, that they taught us, the value of giving back to your community.